As it is, we're doing the daily challenge for the 29th of November. Yes, on yesterday's daily, we actually came 6th on the leaderboard overall. So I mean, dude, it's going well recently. We're doing better than, probably a little bit better than average. I think average, maybe like, what? Okay, so I don't know what just happened, but apparently it didn't let me do the daily, and I just immediately got a score of 0. I guess we'll do the practice run. It won't count, but I mean, just so that we at least have a video to upload. But that's a little disappointing. I don't know what just happened there. I don't understand. All I did was click on daily run, and we immediately got booted out of the daily run and got a score of 0. I don't know, maybe we lost network connection like immediately or something like that, but we'll do like an unofficial daily run then. It won't count for the leaderboards unfortunately, but I don't really know what else to do. This is sort of it's a little bit of a compromise definitely, but that's just sort of this weird situation we've been put in that we just gotta try and make work now. A little bit of bad damage to start with against Gemini there. He came in a little bit faster than... Actually, no, that's not true. It's more like we didn't have as much speed as I thought we did, so we couldn't get out of the way. But now I got a speed upgrade, so I can guarantee that will never, ever happen again. Nuh-uh. So do we want to stick with Box of Friends, or do we want to take Satanic Bible with us? But I didn't even talk about the small rock because I was busy like trying to parse what the heck happened to our attempt at doing the daily. Apparently Edmund and the good folks there at Nicholas and whatever, they decided that I've been doing too well recently, and to give the rest of the people a chance at getting a position on the leaderboard, they just gotta boot me out of it. Weird situation, but it's okay. At least we'll be able to do the practice run. We'll just treat it as if it is actually the daily, even though it's not. I mean, I'm pretty sure the practice run still counts as like a normal, or like it's the practice daily is still the same as the normal dailies, or the run is the same rather. So we can still like see what our score is at the end and see how we did comparatively. Unfortunately, we'll be plagued with the score of 0 on today's daily, regardless of how we do on this practice in quotation marks run. It's just, I mean, it sucks. It's really kind of annoying, but I mean, it's not like we spoiled anything or lost out on all that much. All we lose out on is being able to see where our score stacks up against the rest of the world. But at the end of the day, could be a lot worse, I suppose. Just used my space inefficiently there. We should have done a little bit better. Could have done a little bit better, but we didn't. Just a little bit of a spicy situation when you have so many enemies in one room that explode and drop bombs. It takes a lot of the room you have available in the room away from you. Some of the clutches, dodges coming out right there, by the way. The fly almost got me with a pretty well placed shot. I mean, that's an incredible shot right there. Can't really be too mad about it. We should use Box of Friends. I was like, what if we have a Krampus fight? But I mean, saving Box of Friends for Krampus fight just seems a little too min-maxy. And like, maybe you got a little bit of too good to use syndrome. Just use it on the boss fight. I sort of want to kill myself on this deal with the devil. The void is very interesting, but it doesn't really work the way I'd want it to. We died slightly too early, I'd say, there. But I mean, we didn't really want the void that badly, so it's not the biggest loss, really. The void would have been kind of interesting. Oh, dude, we're not even Lilith anymore. So actually just shoot normally, so Box of Friends is useless, and actually, yeah, we would have wanted to keep the void going forward. But actually, no, Box of Friends isn't useless, because we'll at least double whatever of the 7 deadly sin mini bosses we have, whichever of the horsemen, not 7 deadly sins, whichever of the horsemen of the apocalypse happens to be backing us up, we'll be able to get a second one of them. Or maybe it'll actually allow us to have like 2 different ones. I'm not sure how Box of Friends interacts with Little Harbingers. But I mean, we're Dark Judas now, so we got a pretty nice damage bonus, got a bunch of HP out of it as well. Not sure how it affects our score, if at all. I assume we do lose score for stepping on the spikes and accidentally killing ourselves. But it's not the worst situation that could have happened at all. I'm not a big fan of the war Little Harbinger because his flies explode. But at least it does do a pretty decent chunk of damage and some AoE damage too. Let's check for a secret room, just why not? Actually, there's a pretty good reason why not, and it's because that was our last bomb, but I mean, that's not really the end of the day. We'll get more bombs at some point. Hopefully we just don't see a tinted rock soon that makes us regret doing it. In that case, it would be a little annoying, but it's not the end of the world either. We got a bunch of silkworms in this room. With the amount of damage we're doing, they can't really do all too much to us. And there we go, we've replaced our bomb. And now we're gonna get the left hand, and you betcha I'm definitely gonna keep the left hand. I mean, becoming Guppy is just a very easy path to winning a daily. Or just any run in Isaac at all. Best friend, not really that good. I think I'd rather have Box of Friends, sort of, weirdly enough. No Guppy items as of yet, but with the left hand it'll happen at some point. Doesn't have to happen immediately. The rules card, some doors require a blessing. Maybe the blessing talks about keys. I was never really sure what that rules card payout was referring to. But I gotta say, I would love it if that man eventually popped his head out so we could kill him. He was just an incredibly shy man who refused to show his true face. Thanks for the Spirit Hearts. It's actually pretty nice in this situation. And going into our boss fight, it's Peep. When are we gonna use the strength card? I sort of want to see if we can use it on the deal with the devil to steal an extra spacebar item that we shouldn't have had or something. That's my idea at the moment, at least. But we'll see when we find like the first opportunity to actually use it. I mean, right now things are going well on the caves too. 7.5 minutes in. It's pretty good pace. We're definitely on pace for boss rush. Remember, we are treating this like a daily, even though the score doesn't really matter too much at the end of the day. And like, I preferred when War spawns his flies while on top of the enemy, so that we don't have to worry about it exploding in our face. When War spawns flies outside of combat, it scares me a little. And by a little, I mean quite a lot, really. We'll take that Eternal Heart. Let's check it out in here. Just a bunch of spiders. This was such a waste of my time, and my disappointment is immense, and my day is ruined. These fat bats should not have been hit, but it's pretty unusual for them to shoot that early on into the room, so it's sort of caught me by surprise there. But like, we're still moving. We got the whatchamacallit room over there. It's definitely not a whatchamacallit room, it's the self-sacrifice room. Ah, that was terrible. I did not handle that room correctly, but honestly that room is sorta hell to begin with, and whoever designed that room is sort of an evil person. But we also just handled it completely wrong. It's better to try and go close to the turrets and just time it a lot better. The way I was doing it just usually gonna result in you taking damage. It just makes it a much harder window to get through there. I don't like these bomb flies in rooms that limit my mobility, and that damage, I mean, it's what could I do about the fly going and killing the enemy while it's close to me? It's just maybe try to move away, but there wasn't a lot of room to maneuver in, as I've already stated. There's not much floor in this room, you know. This room's like more like a bunch of ribbons than actually floor. Just don't get in the way of any of those shots. We got a bunch of bats. Just a bunch of Zubats on this room. Exploding flies. I hate it. Got our Gertie fight now. Pestilence just made incredibly short work of Gertie right there for us. And we'll see you. Divorce papers. Okay. That's a little bit of a dark item right there. Apparently we feel lonely, and what was the other one? Was we feel lonely and we also feel empty or something? I don't know. Tears upgrade. That's the one I wanted to say. Tears upgrade. Down to the next floor. Not on the mom fight yet. We're on the depths one, but 10 minutes in, we're making pretty good progress. Just would like to stop taking as much damage, but I mean the only thing that is really in control of us taking this much damage is me, so I just gotta get a hold of myself, get a grip. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Even though it's not really a daily,
48 hours.
It's just not good to do on dailies. It's bad practice for dailies, so I'm not gonna do it on a daily. On normal runs, I love those reroll rooms, but not on dailies. Not on dailies. On dailies, they can really just ruin your day. Maybe if you have like a bad run, you can try it to see if you can get a better run. But when you already have a good run, I'd just say stay away. Just stay away from it. Don't even go anywhere near it, because you will more than likely get something weaker than you already have, and then you're just gonna throw a good chance at a good score away. But then again, maybe that reroll gives us something incredible that allows us to get an even higher score than we could ever have imagined on this one right here. But I'll say in this situation, rerolling is gonna give us something worse, more likely than it will be to give us something better than what we already have. So we'll stick to what we got. Stick to our guns. These brimstone spiders, not too big of a problem. They die pretty easily. Pretty weak enemies. And what are we looking for on this floor? Just honestly, we're gonna explore the entirety of the floor, so not really looking for anything specific at this point. We're just sort of looking to take our time and get through it as things go. I'm not sure what gave us the death effect right there. I am sure that we want to watch out for that exploding fly that we had around us, especially in a room with enemies that do like to jump on top of you. Might as well pick up the Book of Secrets just cause. Not just cause it'll allow us to actually get. It's gonna make us be a little bit closer to the bookworm transformation, which I am personally a pretty big fan of. I mean, it's not as good as double shot, but it's sort of like a pseudo double shot, so it does increase your damage, but quite a lot. overall. I don't really want to go into that curse room. Also, can we mention how we have the left hand? We've had it for like a couple of floors. We've opened quite a lot of red chests and still have not seen a single guppy item. The husk and pin. You gave me 2 bosses to fight on this one? Freaking hate his brimstone lasers. And Daz lost coin for the luck upgrade, but range upgrade doesn't matter too much. We'll just go down to the next floor now. A little unfortunate we didn't get a deal with the devil. I don't know if we could sacrifice that bony heart to get it, but would have been nice. Exploding flies. I mean, Chubb does hate smoke, as we all know from the classic rules card. Dark Prince's crown, sort of interesting here, but it might just kill us. Wait, what if we go strength card, then Dark Prince's crown, and there we go. Pretty good upgrade right there. We'll take Guppy's head. Luckily Mega Maw died quick enough that it didn't matter that he was right on top of us. Maybe a little fortunate not to have taken any damage from that situation, but also I find it a little unfair that he got to spawn directly on top of us. So I'd say that situation worked out pretty well. I mean, definitely worked out well for us, but also not too crazy unfair towards Mega Maw. I don't think he's going to be complaining or sending a letter to Nicholas or Edmund at any point, really. I think he'll just take it and die. Because he doesn't really have much choice, does he? He's the character in the video game. I am the human being. I'm sometimes not right there, apparently. At least not acting like I got a brain like a human being right there. Bad damage. And this one, I think we'll just buy the Spirit Heart and get out of here. Troll Bomb will just give a chance to explode. Maybe we could have gotten over to the Splinter Rock, but it seemed a little bit risky to try, so just use one of our normal bombs to get that done. And, well, I mean, here we are. We're getting pretty close to our boss fight. Remember, the boss fight is gonna be our mom fight, and then right afterwards we'll be going into boss rush. I mean, we're not gonna take 4.5 minutes to kill mom. That's just not gonna happen. Unless it's like a red mom and she just never drops her foot down. I mean, that sort of situation could make it happen, but it's very unlikely to be 4.5 minutes long, even in that sort of situation. I think we just got Dark Bomb when we got hit by mom, so I mean, thank you. And out of these, I sort of want to go for Eden's Blessing. Mini Mush is also kind of tempting, but we already have okay speed. I think we're gonna go for Eden's Blessing. Now that I think about it, Eden's Blessing was not really the best option for us, because we do already have maximum tiers. We already have the max tier stat. Where's that last Polycephalus? There he is. And I mean, what's pretty nice about having Dark Bum on boss rush is you do tend to have a lot of red hearts drop on the boss rush fight, so plenty of opportunities for us to get some more HP going, get some more spirit hearts. Can we talk about how apparently every single segment of that Larry Jr. Oh no, that was the husk. Sorry. Of the husk just produced a silkworm? That seems a little excessive. I don't know if it's meant to be producing silkworms at that frequency or not, but definitely a little excessive. But I mean, we're not gonna be dying on this boss rush. There's just too much HP being produced by Dark Bum for us to die here. But then again, that would also be like pretty perfect ironic time. Can we not get hit so many times, please, Brain? Brain, all I request of you is to be a little bit more awake. Be a little bit better at dodging some of these shots that you shouldn't really be getting hit by. There's another HP over there. What the heck happened down there? That had to be little horns, brimstones bouncing off the wall, right? I don't. But looked a bit weird for the brimstone lasers to be coming out of nowhere when I didn't even think there was another boss down there. But after thinking it for just a little second, yeah, it's the ricocheting brimstone lasers. I don't know if I even want that HP upgrade. I'm itchy. I got a hair in my eye. Maybe sign that I should get a haircut soon. I'll start wearing like an Alice band or something. And I refuse to go for the man bun look. Just not my sort of. Oh, that one was painful because I didn't realize we already finished. Already finished the wave. I wasn't ready for the next wave of bosses to start spawning. There's also a fly that's bothering me a little bit. Not in the game, in real life. Currently the only fly that's on the screen is the little green one that's following us around, and he's actually pretty helpful, so don't mean to complain about him. But I mean, currently boss rush is going pretty well. We are taking a lot of damage, and it's making me wonder whether we're actually getting points out of doing this or losing more than we're getting. But it's not like it's really reducing our chances of a win on this one, so it's not the end of the world at least. Just maybe not the best performance on boss rush I've ever had. I do hate these scythes. They come in very quickly from all over the room. I'm totally fine with the scythes on a normal size room, but on boss rush, it's just like you don't really see them coming, so it makes it a little bit hard to anticipate and dodge. Let's get rid of Megamore so he stops spawning spiders all over the place. And that's one angel statue down. The adversary is priority number 1 right now. Just hate his brimstone attack. A waving brimstone is just not a nice thing to have to go up against, especially because brimstone doesn't have travel time. It just sort of happens instantly, and a laser that happens instantly and just hits you out of nowhere is not ideal. Got another bony heart. I don't know if that's gonna be bad for us actually. Got the bookworm transformation. That's sort of why we picked up the Book of Secrets earlier, and it paid off at the end of the day. And down to our next floor, down to the womb 1. 20 minutes, 21 minutes. I was really hoping War would take care of the doppelganger for us, but he just refused. And this host, thank you for finally popping your head up. Sort of my own bad for shooting him a bunch of times and making him go into hiding a little. But also, he's a coward, and I will not associate with the likes of him. Bob's Curse. I mean, at least we get bombs out of it. But I was hoping for a guppy item, really. And I gotta say, we have a pretty strong run right now. Pretty high damage, very high rate of fire, a lot of defense. This is one of those runs that's a very good all-around powerful run. Get rid of these meats on the bones. Also, I forgot about Bookworm. That's why we're getting out a lot more tears than I was before. I was wondering about that. Yeah, every now and then we're getting that double shot out. That's why we're getting so many tears out. Ah, bad damage. Bad damage. Should have anticipated that one and dodged. But we're doing better since then, and that was also our only source of damage on this whole floor, so it's not that bad. It feels like I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa, I'm walking on sunshine. It's big. I hate these freaking exploding flies from war, man. What is it even good for? Clearly absolutely nothing except for losing some of your own HP. Why do they both have to attack at the exact same time? You could stagger your attacks a little bit more and make it easier for me to dodge, but I suppose that's why you didn't do it. We're taking a lot of damage, being a little bit careless maybe about the damage we're taking. It's not gonna reflect good on our leaderboard position, let me just tell you that much. Stem cells I don't really want. I mean, in general, I don't really know what I'd do with a bunch of stem cells in the real world. It's just not very helpful, but also not in the game. I don't really want to lose the Dark Princess crown. I'm not sure how it's gonna interact, because we do have the Bony Heart. And I know Dark Princess crown, you need to be at 1 HP exactly. Oop, accidentally picked it up. Well, we should get a deal with the devil on the next floor, so it should be okay. But definitely a mistake, but was not intentional. Just my momentum going through the door sort of bumped me into it. Watch out for exploding flies! I tried to give space for the exploding fly to go in and he just refused. I tried to generate some space between me and the enemy so the exploding fly could like have a chance to get in there and kill them, but instead he just stayed right next to me and did nothing until after the enemy had already hit me. So you know what, fly, I'm not very impressed with you right now. Still hunting for any guppy items. We've only gotten one, even though we have had the left hand for like basically the entire run. Say that's a little bit of bad luck. We have also now gulped the left hand, which does mean we are cursed with red chest forever, but we are going down to the dark room anyway, so it's not like we were gonna rely on chests from the chest to get us anything else going. And you know, at least we have Guppy's head for some flies. That does help out quite a lot. And we're in our boss fight. This is the Mom's Heart fight right now, or the It Lives, whichever one you want to call it. I just call it Mom's Heart because It Lives is a little bit of a weird name. But so is like 3 question marks as a name, but nobody questions that one too much. They just called it Blue Baby instead. So what we got in no, that's not okay. It's okay. Empty vessel. Apparently not work. What hit me? It must have been the fire. Apparently empty vessel doesn't count with the bony heart. I wish I had a way of getting rid of it. I really don't like the bony hearts, dude. Can war please stop spawning these exploding flies? It's really ruining my day and making me regret even picking up little harbingers to begin with. It's just really annoying. Especially because most of the time I don't even see the fly that explodes. And anytime an enemy comes near to me and war decides to spawn a fly, there's just a chance that I take damage, even though I did make the dodge I thought I would have to make. Guppy, no guppy. Range up and Horf. Incredible selection of pills right there. Maybe we could get rid of the bony heart in the self-sacrifice room, but seems like a ill-advised plan for me. What we got in here? Just a Spirit Heart. Not really all too great. Do we even want this Emperor card? I don't know, maybe the Emperor will allow us to actually get into the Lamb fight on the Dark Room, because Lamb fight doesn't exist normally. So I want to try that out, but it might also just teleport us straight into the Mega Satan fight. Be a bit better about dodging now. Thank you, Brain. Brain, you did a great job dodging there. Don't mean to toot my own horn. I mean, Brain is the one responsible for the words coming out of the mouth right now. So it is sort of like he's patting himself on the back and sort of talking to himself in like third person too. Yeah, I don't like all these enemies. Also, very happy there was no Warflies. No Warflies to do damage to me. That's a Chaos card, right? That is a Chaos card. We can get an insta-kill on Hush. I mean, not really the biggest deal, because I think we're gonna kill Hush pretty easily anyway. And yeah, I would actually rather use the Chaos card on Hush than Mega Satan. I think the Mega Satan fights actually I'm not sure now. I think the Mega Satan fight is a little bit easier than the Hush fight, so I'm gonna use the Chaos card on Hush. If you disagree with me, well, that's just your opinion, dude. It's just my opinion too, but personally, I think I'll have more trouble on the Hush fight than the Mega Satan fight. Dead Cat. Unfortunately, gets rid of Dark Prince's crown, but it's worth it for the chance at Guppy. Guppy's paw in here. No Guppy's paw. I guess Betrayal, because we're not gonna take the Notch stacks. And in here, I guess we just buy the Spirit Heart and Mom's Purse for more Trinket Room. Why not? And don't use the Chaos card on the first wave of Hush. I don't know if it kills both stages of Hush, but it's not really worth the risk. The first stage of Hush is pretty easy to kill. Sort of like the first time you ever like fight Hush, it's just like, oh, that was it. I was expecting a little bit more, and then you're like, oh, there he is. Let me pick it up again. Nope. Knew we couldn't, but had to try anyway. Down the Shoal. Or Sheol. Ah! Frickin' exploding flies once again. Just have to come in and ruin my day. Again, my disappointment is unmeasurable and my day is ruined. Thank you. That's one of the first times I'm very happy that an exploding fly actually existed right there. There have been a couple of times, but that was one of the few times. Let me just put it that way. Larry Jr. I mean, he barely existed and he's already dead. I'm sort of hoping for like a Guppy's Paw. Maybe Guppy's Paw can get rid of this Bony Heart for us. But again, I'm not sure about that one. Dark Bomb, I would have appreciated a Spirit Heart. I've got plenty, so it's not really in a rush. But like, I'd like to get to full HP at some point. Currently just slightly short of it. And it's not the end of the world, but it would definitely be nice. Take our key. Hello, Loki. You... When I said take our key, I didn't mean to summon two Lokis. That's not exactly what I had in mind, but I mean, sure, whatever floats your boat. Basically perfect timing on that bomb, which is pretty rare. Ah, I thought I got around it. Not sure what baited him into doing his brimstone laser from his mouth, but I'm not gonna complain too much. Did the pestilence The Pestilence creep does so much damage. I had no idea. Dark Bomb did not have anything to give us right there, and we'll explore the rest of the floor for the exploration bonus, definitely. Again, we're gonna act like this is a real daily challenge, even though it's not. It's just a practice run, because the game for some reason wouldn't allow me to get into the daily challenge. Little BS, little BM, basically all the B's, but not much I can do about it, unfortunately. Just gotta like take it on the chin and keep going, I guess. But I mean, at least we'll be able to see what sort of score we would have gotten, because I haven't seen the daily anyway. I mean, yeah, I haven't seen the daily, so I mean, this is essentially like I'm doing it. So at least you can still get an idea of what sort of score I ended up with, and you can compare it yourself if you want. Otherwise, it's fine. I'll have a look at the leaderboards to see what sort of scores other people got, but we probably won't be there. I don't know, maybe it'll still put my score there, but just not for everyone to see and just for me to see. That'd be pretty nice. I know there's still more floor to explore, but it's not worth it. I mean, on a point standpoint, sure it probably might be worth it, but we're taking a bunch of damage, losing a bunch of time. Not like I'm in a rush to be anywhere, but I accidentally double tapped R1 and used our Emperor card. It did not teleport us into the lamp fight. Instead, it teleported us into a random room, which had two Gerties in it. Two Gertie Juniors, that is. And they died pretty quickly, so you know, it's not the end of the world. And we have become like Mega Guppy at this point. Oh, we didn't even pick up the Guppy's paw. Okay, so we can't get rid of the Bony Heart like that, unfortunately. We got a range upgrade. We're gonna kill these two little horns in essentially no time flat. Pick up the sack, go down here. Blast Assist is gonna die incredibly quickly. Feel a little bit bad for what we just did to him, but I mean, he sort of asked for it, just standing in our way and being a Blast Assist, like a weird old gooey like larva in a bowl of amniotic soup. I do appreciate the Spirit Hearts dropping on the floor, but it's not like we can really use them too much, so we're just gonna move on to the next room. We got a ton of flies built up. Becomes a lot easier to build up this many flies when you have Guppy and Guppy's head. The Guppy transformation, I mean, by the first one. And yeah, I don't really expect us to die against anything left on this run. I think we're too strong for it at this point, doing too much damage, have too much HP. Ace of Hearts could turn something into hearts, but don't really see the reason. We'll blow this guy up for the Linger Beam. Crying will make us toot now, apparently. It's the greatest invention known to mankind since the invention of sliced bread, of course. Bad damage. Sort of expected his shots to come out at a different angle. Had to try and predict because didn't have a lot of room to dodge in, and I predicted wrong. It happens. But you know, it's not gonna matter at the end of the day. It's really not gonna matter too much. Monster 2, I feel a bit bad for you that your bloodflies betrayed you in that way. You had a bunch of allies with you, and they were much easier to kill than you were, but them dying just made you a lot easier to kill. In fact, them dying is actually what just killed you, so thanks for that. We'll take you. I don't really want Little Brimstone in this situation, and Pandora's Box gave us nothing. Little Brimstone's a really good item, but it doesn't really do too much for us specifically. It's not like we have not like we ever want to stop shooting. We constantly want to be shooting to get as much damage and as many flies out as possible. Taking brief moments for little Brimstone to do his thing just seems a little unnecessary. Also, just no reason to give up that amount of HP. I wish I knew what this was for, dude. Apparently blowing it up does nothing, makes sense. And double war in the single room, little much if you ask me, but it's not like it's gonna matter. Not like they're gonna do any damage to us, and we're just gonna head over to our Mega Satan fight now. Don't know if we got points for killing those spiders, but hey, at least we did it. And if the Ace of Hearts, maybe we should have actually transformed those coins into hearts for Dark Bum to give us some more Spirit Hearts, but you know, we've got plenty of Spirit Hearts, we'll be fine. But certainly consider it in the future. If we get anything dropping on this floor, I don't know if we will. There is a greed that spawns at some point, so maybe we get some coins on the ground that will transform into hearts, but we'll see. Let's not count our chickens before they hatch. Not sure which one I want to kill there first. No, unfortunately Greed died insanely quickly and didn't drop anything. An immense disappointment, but Mega Satan will die very soon. I mean, these fallen angel statues aren't really standing up to us very much. I feel like we're a little bit of a bully right now. Sorry, Mega Satan, just didn't mean to embarrass you like this. It's just nothing personnel, dude. And let's see how quickly we can kill him. We started at 46 seconds, I believe. Took us about 5 seconds to kill Mega Satan's second stage. It's pretty good damage. We spawned right on top of it. Our score is 42,550. We have no rank because that run doesn't count for us, unfortunately, because I wish I could tell you why, but the game just didn't count me being able to do the daily challenge. I don't know, I imagine what must have happened is like the internet just like turned off, or like it was like a momentary lapse while it was like throwing me in or something. I have no idea though. But that's gonna do it. Thanks for watching. Let's see if we go to the global leaderboards, if we can see like how it looks up at the top. Remember, we got 42.55k. If only it didn't take about 20 million years to load. This spinning little baby head, spinning little Isaac head is, I mean, he's cute, but he's a little bit annoying to look at constantly, and I'm just gonna exit and go back in to get to the leaderboard. It seems like something's not right about that loading, and it's not working too well. They're gonna tell me I got a score of 0. We both know that is not the case. I'm trying to go to leaderboards, but it's not loading. Thank you, thank you, internet. I appreciate it. The spinning head of Isaac will forever be on the screen, apparently. Yep, it's just not going away. So I'm sorry. Sorry I can't show you the leaderboard, but I'm trying. And that's gonna do it for this video. So see you next time. If you enjoyed, maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe if you want to see more in the future. And hey, bye bye.